Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tamika and today I wanted to share with you everything I made in April. So April was a very short sewing month for me, which I wasn't expecting. I am currently away on holidays as you're watching this. I'm pre-filming this before I go. We are away in Perth on holidays at the moment. It was a trip that was cancelled once previously, and we honestly didn't think we were going to get there this time either with COVID and border shutdowns and the like, but we ended up being able to go. So that has taken out about 10 days worth of sewing. But at the start of April, I did get a few pieces made. So I wanted to share those with you. So if you saw my plans video, I think this is one of the first months that I've actually stuck to my plans, more or less. The two big projects that I am working on aren't finished. I do have some time when I get back from Perth before those need to be completed though. So I'm not too concerned about that yet, but hopefully you'll see those ones in my next makes video. But my other three plans that I shared with you are all here. Before we jump into it, don't forget to like the video. It helps other people find me. You can subscribe while you're down there and turn on bell notifications to know when I post. I'm gonna shuffle over so you can see the full thing here, and let's get into it. Let's start off with this gorgeous little number here. This is the cami top that I was making with the Brasa 595, I think it is. Yeah, 595. So it's a little cami top with like a shallow V sort of front and then a straight across back. And little spaghetti straps. It has a facing and I love it. I wore it to a friend's hen's night and it is just divine. The fabric that I used is a rayon twill satin, something like that, from Spotlight. And it is just like the most fluid, silky, gorgeous fabric. I think this will be amazing for like pajamas or something. The only thing is that it does crease quite severely. So your pajamas won't look beautiful for very long, but it's stunning. The cami itself, I am a big fan of the shape of it. I quite like that shallow sort of V at the front. I next time might try a V at the back, so just adjusting that from a straight across back to a little bit of a V as well. Facings. I'm not the biggest fan of facings in this sort of fashion. I would probably want to extend it next time. So where it falls kind of hits just like above the bust line and you can see it essentially. So I would prefer if that was longer to sit kind of just under the bust. I think it does look better with a facing. Like I don't think I would bind the edges or anything, but yeah, I just don't like when you can see like a crease line where the facing is. So in future, if I was making it from a similar sort of fabric that shows that sort of stuff, I would probably extend that quite a bit. But aside from that, it's really beautiful. The pattern itself does suffer a little bit from like translation. I found it easy enough to follow though. There's just certain things that they refer to that I'm either unfamiliar with or just kind of didn't translate well. I'm not sure. And they use things like fusible bias and fusible stuff. I just kind of skipped a few things. I didn't interface anything. And I kind of feel like I should have used a lightweight interfacing on the facing because that's what you tend to do. So that's something that I need to remember to do next time. But yeah, a really pretty little number. I love the soft pink, and just the fluidity of the fabric is the thing that gets me the most. It's just beautiful. I will make more of these, I'm sure, in the future. The other thing, spaghetti strap anything. I need to get some loops and sliders because I just feel like this would be so much better if I can adjust the straps. Depending on what bra I'm wearing, if I'm wearing a bra, or like time of the month. Like, I just want to be able to adjust that so that I can feel secure no matter when. And I don't have to like go in and unpick the straps every time. Plus, they're not even. It's so hard to sew straps even. So if I had loops and sliders, it wouldn't matter quite so much. Next up is the Ali sweatshirt from Sew DIY, and I made this using a sweater knit from Minerva. So this one was a gifted fabric. You can always follow me over on Minerva to see my posts over there. I've posted all about this one over there. So this is a rayon poly linen blend and has a really cool like burnout sort of texture. I think on the website they describe it as floral, which I can kind of see, but I think it's a bit more abstract than floral. But anyway, it's on the website described as cream. I found it a really difficult color to kind of match anything to. So it's definitely in that like off-white cream, like ecru, I don't know how to describe the color. The main problem I had was finding a rib that would match it. So I got an ivory cotton rib knit and it was too light. I tried to dye it and I failed miserably. It came out way too yellow, and like I'd test dyed and done all of that and then went to dye and for whatever reason it just didn't work. So I didn't have any of that, and I couldn't really justify spending another arm and a leg on rib knit. So what I ended up doing was going out to my local shopping centre and going through all the clearance racks because it was sale time, and I found a top that was a rib knit top, and I used that for my cuffs and neckband and things. The colour in the store, I took a little swatch of my fabric. In the store, the colour was perfect. When I got it home, it was too light again. So I ended up dyeing this fabric too to a better effect. The second time that I dyed it, I used a different dye. It was all different. So I ended up using the Dylon Sandy Beige. I used like half a teaspoon to the 6 litres of water. And I only dyed it for about 5 minutes, if that. And that gave me this colour here. So I'm pretty happy with how it goes. It is still probably a fraction light, but so much better than like the ivory on there looked white next to the fabric. So I'm really happy with that match there. The pattern itself is the Ali sweatshirt by Sew DIY. And I didn't actually realize, but they re-released this pattern last year, I want to say, with a more gender neutral sort of fit. So this pattern here I think has now become view B, and has a slightly tapered sort of fit, and then there's now a view A that is more of a straight through sort of fit. So not knowing that, I just used the pattern that I've got here, which I think turned out well. I probably would have chosen to make view A had I been aware that it existed, but I'm actually probably happy that it ended up being B, because I don't know, it might have been a bit too like loose and baggy for what I wanted this fabric. So I made the crew neck and I made a few adjustments based on one that I saw on Instagram. I think I shared about that one in my plans video. So it was Rebecca, who is Gem Eine Bildrüber. I am sure I'm butchering that. Made like a dark green one with exposed seams. So I did the same thing. My seams are exposed. The problem here is this fabric doesn't like to fray, which is amazing, but I really want these seams to be like fuzzy little messes, not messes, but like I want them to be really quite textural. So I'm kind of hoping just with wear and wash and all of that, that they'll kind of, you know, just mess themselves up a bit. I don't know. So that was the back yoke seams and the sleeve seam that I did exposed, and then shoulder seams as per normal and side seams same there. I am really happy with how this one turned out. I've already worn it a few times. I'm looking forward to it being cooler again. We had a little bit of cool weather that I got to kind of pull it out and wear it and have a go. But it's warmed up again recently. So I know winter is on its way. So I'm definitely looking forward to wearing this one. It is a little bit sheer. So I either need to wear, like I just need to be aware of that when I'm dressing. I think it would actually be really cool to play with like some darker colors and things under there, just to kind of, you'll see the textural pattern a lot more that way too. So yeah, looking forward to playing with that one for the cooler weather. And then for a little 2-in-1 action, I made the Shamika dress as a top and skirt. So I followed Tari's suggestions for this one, and I cut, I think it's on the casing line, and then added 1.5 inches onto the top, like to the bottom of the top, and 1.5 inches to the top of the now skirt. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I've ended up with a cute little skirt and top combo. Originally I had been going to put elastic in the bottom of the top, like as a band around kind of the waist sort of area. I ended up leaving that off just because I think I'll get a little bit more wear out of it without it. So I am a fan of the Shamika. I have already got my pink knit one, and now I've got this beautiful blue one. The sleeves are obviously its defining feature, and they're those beautiful big open sleeves with a wide elastic casing, gathered, and yeah, I love it. It's like super comfy and relaxed. You can kind of see down the armholes, so careful there. You can, I don't know, I'll just wear a singlet under it if I feel like I need to. The skirt, super simple, straightforward, just folded over that extra fabric to create a waistband and popped the elastic through there. I love the slits on this one, and I was so close to not putting pockets in, but I'm so glad I did. I was just kind of not in much of a sewing mood when I was making this one, and the pockets just seemed like a lot of extra work, but I'm so glad I did it. The elastic I had to replace because, guys, if you're doing waistband elastic, make sure it's non-roll. The first elastic I put in, I don't know what it was. I think it was just a braided elastic. I didn't know. But oh, it was a nightmare. It wasn't tight enough. Like, it didn't hold its, like, I pulled it out and I compared it to the elastic that I put in there now, the non-roll elastic, and it was the same length, but that other elastic just was not holding its shape. So yes, non-roll elastic is better for waistbands, which I knew. and I don't know why I didn't put it in the first time. Here we are. So yeah, I love wearing these. I can wear them as a set or separately, which, like, love that. I think I'm only showing you here the two of them together, but if you go to my previous video, the one where I'm packing for Perth, you'll see a few more combinations there. So another thing that I kind of think is fun to do is to pull the skirt up over my boobs, and like put the top over the top and wear it as like a little mini dress. I think it looks cute. Tell me if I'm wrong. The side slits do come up rather high then, but I'll just put some little shorts or something on under it to counteract that. It helps with the side boob thing too, like having the skirt cover everything. It's all the same color. Magic. Anyway, I love these two. Highly recommend this pattern. The fabric is from East Coast Fabrics. I still haven't worked out what it is, other than I'm pretty sure it has some tencel in there. It has a little bit of like shine to it. I don't know. I wish I could tell you more about it because I really like it. It doesn't crease terribly. It does crease. Just about every fabric is going to crease, so not surprised there, but it's actually pretty good for creasing. So yeah, 2 pieces gets me like 4 different outfits, obviously pairing it with other things. So there we go. It's a short and sweet little collection today. The other pieces that I'm working on, the Shona Joy dress and the formal dress for my friend's wedding, I'm quite excited about. So the wedding is in May, early in May, 2nd weekend. So yes, I've got a week still when I get back from Perth to get that one under control. The Shona Joy dress is underway as well, so keep an eye out for that in probably around mid-May. Sew along at the moment is still happening for that one, but we'll see as we get closer. But aside from that, I hope you're having a wonderful week and happy sewing, and I will see you next time. Bye. Y'all. So April is a love it, and that's all I have to say. That is more, it's just more straight through. What else? What else? What else? Did I actually French seam those? No. No, no. No, I didn't. Okay, that's good. Leaving it right to the last minute, as in true Tamika fashion. I think this is actually one of the first months that I've stuck to my plans. Can't say it's gonna happen again.